Have you ever felt a creeping sense of unease, a slow erosion of your vitality, despite seemingly normal routines? What if your dedication to organization, meticulously planning every detail, even the mundane, is actually a hidden form of self-sabotage, breeding a crippling fear of imperfection that paralyzes your progress? Or consider this: the constant pursuit of productivities through relentless multitasking isn't efficiency, but a neurological demolition of your focus, leaving you drained and incapable of truly experiencing life. These aren't abstract concepts. They are deeply ingrained patterns undermining your well-being, and understanding them is the first step toward reclaiming control. That's why understanding how to effectively commit to the future is so important. Think about it. How many times have you said, "I'll start that diet tomorrow," or "I'll finally learn to play the guitar next week"? It often doesn't happen, right? There's a difference between wanting something and actually making it happen. Psychology gives us a lot of insights into this. And a key idea is around pre-commitment. Pre-commitment is basically setting up mechanisms now to make it harder to go back on your plans later. It's a strategy to overcome those common obstacles that lead to inaction. We often face what's called temporal discounting. This means we tend to value rewards today much more than rewards in the future, even if the future reward is bigger. It's a natural human bias, but it can be really detrimental to long-term goals. Instead of trying to memorize a long string of numbers or facts, break them down into smaller, more manageable groups. Think about how phone numbers are formatted. It's chunking in action. This frees up your working memory to process information more effectively. Now, let's talk about long-term memory. This is where information is stored for later use. There are different types of long-term memory, including explicit memory, facts and events, and implicit memory, skills and habits. To move information from working memory to long-term memory, you need to engage in deep processing. This means actively thinking about the information, connecting it to what you already know. It's not enough to just read or listen. You need to actively recreate the learning experience. One incredibly effective technique for deep processing is active recall. Instead of passively rereading notes, try to retrieve the information from memory. Close your notes and ask yourself questions about the material. What were the key concepts? Can you explain them in your own words? This strengthens the neural pathways associated with the information, making it easier to recall later. Another great method is spaced repetition. This involves reviewing the material at increasing intervals. Instead of cramming everything in one go, review it a little bit each day, then a few days later, then a week later, and so on. This helps to consolidate the information in long-term memory and prevent forgetting. Beyond these techniques, it's crucial to consider your environment. Minimize distractions. This helped me to identify the patterns of self-talk that were holding me back, the cognitive distortions that were shaping my perception of the world. Learning to challenge these negative thoughts and reframe them in a more positive light has been transformative. I realized that my inner voice wasn't always a reliable source of truth. It was often fueled by fear and insecurity. This journey isn't over. I'm still learning, still growing, still navigating the complexities of my own mind. There are still moments of doubt, of anxiety, of feeling overwhelmed. But now, I have tools to cope, a deeper understanding of myself, and a greater sense of self-acceptance. I've learned that being an introvert isn't a limitation. It's a strength. It allows me to approach the world with thoughtfulness, empathy, and a unique perspective. However, my exploration uncovered another unresolved question. While understanding the defensive nature of my introversion has been pivotal, the underlying roots of those fears remain somewhat unclear. What specific past experiences or unmet needs contributed to this tendency towards self-protection? This is an area I continue to explore, and one that many others might find themselves grappling with. I hope this has resonated with you. Finally, remember to stay positive and hopeful. Nurture your inner peace and find fulfillment in your journey. True success isn't about accumulating wealth or accolades. It's about living a life of meaning and impact. It's about leaving a positive legacy and making a contribution to the world. It's about thriving and flourishing, not just surviving. It's a continuous process of evolution and adaptation. However, there's another crucial element often overlooked in discussions of overcoming hardship: the impact of systemic inequalities. While individual resilience is vital, societal structures can create significant barriers that make success far more difficult for some than others. Addressing these inequalities, issues like access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunity, is a vital piece of the puzzle that's not always considered in personal development narratives. Surround yourself with a supportive network of people who believe in you. This journey of overcoming self-doubt is ongoing. It's about cultivating a stronger sense of self-worth and learning to trust your inner guidance. It's a process of self-discovery, and it requires patience and persistence. There are other issues that can accompany self-doubt, such as feeling overwhelmed by responsibilities and a lack of clear direction in life that weren't fully explored in this video. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos on understanding yourself and achieving your goals. Remember, you are capable of amazing things. Believe in yourself, and you will overcome any obstacle. You have the inner strength to achieve your dreams, and you deserve to live a life filled with meaning and purpose.